Call to order the meeting of the City of Franklin Fair Commission Wednesday, July 24th, 5:30 p.m. Roll call is Kenneth Sweeney is absent and he is excused. John Trudeau? Not here. Dave Littner?
Here.
Wayne Halstad?
Here.
Dharma is excused. Lori Domzel?
Here.
Alderman Jason Craig?
Here.
Alderwoman Michelle Eichmann?
Here.
City Clerk Shirley Roberts?
Here.
Deputy Clerk Maggie Fuller?
Here.
And Health Department Angela Bear.
Yes.
All right. We open the floor to the citizens' comment period. If anybody has anything to say.
Come on, Nate, you got something.
I guess I didn't expect that.
It's left you speechless.
Come on. I guess my thing is, I have this letter that I got last year.
Name and
that,
address.
Who are you?
Yes. Name
Oh,
and address.
excuse me, my name is Lori Helm. I've been at Landmark for the 40th anniversary.
And business address, just for the
The
record.
Landmark.
What's the address there, sorry?
Oh, I'm sorry, 11401 West Swiss Street.
Thank
So anyways, this letter is saying that, are you guys trying to get rid of the fair? That's how I feel. If you don't have it paid by Thursday, you can pay it on Friday, but it's gonna be another $100. And there just seem to be regulations keep getting more and more. This was a farmer's fair. And, I mean, I grew up down St. Martin's Road. I was 12 years old walking to the fair, buying ducks, and my mom would get mad every time we brought a duck home. But anyways, if you're trying to get rid of it, you're doing a really good job. That's just how I feel. I mean, we got rid of the first Monday of the month, okay, but now we want to get rid of the Labor Day fair as well. People come in from Chicago, people make last minute decisions. This used to be, like I said, a farmer's fair. And I love the fair. I mean, like I said, I just haven't, this will be my 42nd fair. I'm only 28 years old. You do the math. So anyways, I'm just kind of frustrated by things.
To answer your question, no, we are not trying to get rid of the fair. The change it from a Friday to a Thursday cutoff came to help out the clerk's office with all the permits that were coming at the end.
Is that really a huge thing? I mean, because I know people that would pay like the day of, and I don't know, I know people that come flying in, I don't know.
When they come during the fair, it is an automatic $100 extra fee, automatically. And
Right.
that has been there.
And that I understood, but they can still do that. See, now, I guess by the letter, I'm thinking that if they come in and they don't have a permit as of Sunday,
Can I see the letter you got?
Of course.
We haven't sent it.
Is it,
Is
and
this
that's
from
what
the-
we're
is
discussing.
this-
That-
Is it also to allow enough time for the background check?
The background check to
Because we
clear
had
and
that
everything.
incident 2 years ago.
Okay, yeah, this is.
what incident was?
There was a horrible incident that was all over the media, social media, bashing Franklin. The clerk's office could maybe
Yeah,
explain it.
there was a gentleman that something came up on his background check, and they came in at the last minute. We ran the background check, we didn't get a hold of them, we called them. The police chief said not to allow him to be there, so then we had to try to find him at the fair then on that Sunday. And then when we found him, they explained to him, you know, we tried to get a hold of you, this and that. And he said he had nothing on his record, but when we ran it, it was something that was pretty bad. So he falsified his application, and he said, well, I didn't fill out the application, I didn't sign the application, my girlfriend signed it, so why am I being penalized? So we went through this whole thing, and then she videotaped them, because they shut him down then. And then she videotaped it, and then she put it on.
The Mexican news broadcast over a podcast.
Yeah, calling
So it was her video that was.
Yes. It went viral through the whole Mexican community.
It was not pretty.
We have to do background checks on these people, and it takes time to do that. The fair is not the only thing that the city clerk's office does. So when they come in at the last minute, if they're a food vendor, they also have to go through Angie at the health department.
Sure.
Stuff has to go through there as well. And if they come in at the last minute, we can't get all that done. Plus, there's a whole, we have to do reports, we have to put stuff together for all the people that go around and check permits. So we have, all that we have to do as well. That's why we changed that, so we have more time to get all this stuff together. Because otherwise, we wait until the office closes, then we're putting together and running all these reports. We have to do a report for food, for you guys. We have to do stuff for the police department, the fire department. So it's a lot of work.
See, I guess I just keep saying that they're having less and less, fewer and fewer vendors. Because I don't even charge people to have, you know, as long as they have their license, they can sell by me, because I want to encourage the fair.
Yeah. But the fair does run at a deficit, I think it has it.
Well, right, we've never been in a positive at all.
Pardon me?
We've never been positive on any of the, on anything. We've never come out ahead. We're always in a deficit every year with the permits and everything.
You're talking attendees and they're talking budget.
Gotcha.
So you're talking, I mean, you know, I've had this conversation
Yes, we have.
as early as Sunday. So I think if I could just put a
Go
2
ahead.
cents in, is that, okay, Lori, there's some rules here that are gonna be discussed tonight. So and we've discussed, you know, the controlling of the fair and who comes here and who doesn't, and everyone's gotta have their own private property rented, and there's a whole bunch of dynamics that this commission has zero control over. And if the people that are moving into St. Martin's Road are on St. Martin's Road, don't wish to be part of the fair, we can't do anything about that. And as far as when the clerk's office is doing this mountainous task, and it's been, before I was mayor, 7 years as an alder, and at least 12 years as a fair commission member. Prior to that, I mean, it's just always this last minute push. You know, we've had this fair here since August of '58, and, you know, this is nothing new. And if these vendors come here, they come here, and they know that, but they're all looking for the latest weather. Are they gonna invest the money? Is it gonna rain? Is it not gonna rain? Is it gonna be 100 degrees? So, I mean, there's a lot of moving parts, and I just love the fact that this commission is, you know, trying to keep everything rolling, and the clerk's office trying to keep everything going, as well as the PD, with everything safe with the background checks, so that we know what we have coming here. So that's my 2 cents for now on that part.
Anything else?
Cool. I won't do
Well, you're throwing me under the bus, man.
it. That's why I let you go first.
All right, we're going to close the citizen comment period and move on to the operations of the 2024 St. Martin's Labor Day Fair through the rules and regulations. Does everybody have a copy of the rules?
So these rules were updated by our office. These rules are handed out when people come in and get their, they get their permit. Was updated by, I remember Karen had wanted some changes made, and then we talked about it, and we went back to what you guys had wanted. So I just wanted, before we start handing this out, I wanted everyone to take a look at it again.
Looks very nice, by the way.
Thank you, Mandy.
So the changes that were made, we went back to the original time, which was asked at the meeting the last meeting, and then back, to the 15 and 30 feet, I think we wanted. There's note on here of the background check that's down at the bottom especially for the homegrown.
And the reason why we did that is because the fee that they paid incorporated the background fee, but that's extra that we have to charge. And homegrown, they're not charged anything for their permits, but we still have to do a background check.
Correct.
And then I think number 22 for the rummage sales, you guys decided that they must be placed alongside of or behind the forwardmost building facing the fair.
So, just for clarification for that, because that's gonna be something that's gonna be difficult, could we get an example? Okay, so you live on St. Martin's Road, you wanna have a rummage sale, and you can't, so your house is, you gotta have your goods behind the line of your house?
That's what I don't, I'm reading that, and that's
Yeah.
not kind of, I thought we were doing the same thing where you came out of the garage, but you just can't be within so many feet of the front of the road. So you, because you're going to get the traffic no matter what.
Right.
So, not that you can have it out by the road.
Right.
They have to literally come to get it. But the way that this sounds is that you have to, as John said, be behind the house.
Well, it's they can start at the forward-most facing. So if the house is before the garage, then it says the forward facing.
Okay, so as long as it's coming out of the garage or it's
It can
coming out,
Start at the forward facing.
but just not out at the road. If they're out at the road, they need a permit.
Then they need a permit. And the time is the same that it's always been.
Mhm.
Remember last year Karen had
Yes.
suggested.
Can we see the times on the record again?
The fair is starting at 8 a.m. on Sunday to 9 p.m. And on Monday, it is 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
With the music.
The music, did that get an hour less this year? Because
Yes.
it was 8 o'clock
It's
every year.
supposed to be an hour before the fair closes.
It was
Okay,
always.
so that would be 8 o'clock. It's typed to 7, but if the fair closes at 9, then.
Oh, I see that. That is correct.
Good catch.
That was supposed to be back. Mhm.
That was Lori, she caught that.
Good going.
I did that from under the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 8.
Um,
The other one's right, 6 is right.
Fireworks, always fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that just was an oversight on my part because remember the time?
Yes.
It was changing back and
Correct.
forth, so.
It's correct for Monday, but just not on Sunday.
Correct. It starts at 8 a.m.
Yep.
and stops at 8 p.m.
To Rosie. It's
Oh.
up to Rosie.
Sorry, no glasses.
Oh, and then if you went back to $100, there was suggested 200 and went back to 100. That was discussed last meeting in the rules.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what.
Karen wanted the late fee of $200, so we moved that back to 100.
Correct, that's correct. Laura, you had a
That's what it's for.
Could
question?
you clarify the rummage sale thing?
The rummage sale
So
would,
how far off the road would you?
so in order to have, without getting a permit, you have to be behind, close, coming out of the garage or coming out of something in the back, so you are not close to the road.
So the most forward facing garage or the house, whichever is the most forward facing, the rummage sale can start there and go back. It can't be in front.
Past the
That's
houses.
correct. So it's the forward most facing building. So the garage or the house is in front. It's whichever one is the forward.
People ask me that still. don't they?
Right, so if you are up over, say, let's say, across the kitty corner from you by Vasquez is over there. If you were to have a rummage sale, you don't have anything that's far enough back. You'd have to be back over on the side street in order to do something on that. Because everything you have is right in front of the road.
Right,
Or
gotcha.
get a permit.
Yes, or get a permit. Mhm. Anything else on the rules?
If anyone does see anything, we're mailing these out tomorrow. But these rules, they don't get until they fill in the applications and they return them. So if anyone sees anything, to let us know.
Can I just ask a
ahead.
question to make sure, because I will get calls from vendors, I want to make sure I have your rules straight as well. They have to have their permit, they have to apply for their permit no later than the Monday before, so the
application
26th.
deadline.
That's when their applications have to be in Monday, the 26th, by 4.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, because another problem we always ran into, is they would all come that last half
Oh, I know.
hour, and then treasury
Yep.
would have to
Yep.
stay open, and
Yep. Okay, but I'm sure I'll get that question, when do they have to have their stuff in by?
So anything after Monday, the 26th will have the $100 late fee.
Oh, then they can still turn it in, it'll just have a
Yes.
$100 late fee. And they can still get it the day of.
Correct.
it's the $100 that we
Okay.
have as well, and that's.
And then that will also, they'll have to
Okay.
have a cash, or is what they're probably, is what they're gonna have to have is
We
cash.
have to have cash on the day of the fair.
We have never allowed food vendors day of because we
That's-
can't verify licensing, so.
That's you.
Yeah.
Well, these people, there was one vendor that always got a permit for 30 feet and always had 60 feet.
Yeah.
And I told him one year, I said, why don't you just get it for 60 feet? He goes, well, you just never know. I'm like, well, you're paying, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
up to them.
okay, thank you.
Anything else?
The only other thing was someone was gonna check with Kevin about the power poles, people are plugging stuff into that. Is there like a summer? I don't know.
Okay, so you're asking me what? You're asking me
I
what the
don't
power
know, like,
poles, how
yeah,
about we
somebody
ask?
wants to talk, it said check with Kevin about the power poles, like, can they plug in their, they cannot.
They can't.
Nobody can plug into any
Wasn't
power
that
poles.
Steve that was talking about last time?
They can't.
Probably in the dining here.
We can get clarification from Kevin Schleter tomorrow, because I was with him today about 100 other things. I wish I would have asked them, but clarify that tomorrow.
I think that it's always been that they can't.
Correct.
Because last year there were food vendors plugging in front of that church and it kept blowing all the power.
We didn't know was that a city?
And we weren't sure if it was the city or the churches or who.
Yeah.
But-
And then might also, just for you, that I just thought about is too for checks. So we have had where people bounce the check, and by the time we get it back from the bank saying it's bounced, the fair is already done. So, yeah.
All right, anything else on operations? Or we move on to donations?
I received one donation this evening. Other than that, I have not received.
One from us last meeting. You got that one from us
You gave it
last
to me?
meeting? I gave it to you, you gave it.
No, you gave it to.
Yeah, I gave it to
Gave
you
it to
when I
you
left.
last
Yeah,
fair
but
meeting.
last meeting, I think right now I gave you the thank you for it.
Oh, because we didn't get it yet.
I didn't
You
sign
did.
anything.
Nobody gave us a thank you. I just wondering if we got it. We ain't looking for a thank you, but I just want to make sure you got it, because I gave it to you at the last meeting. I had it with me at the last.
You didn't get it, Shirley. You weren't at the
Oh,
last meeting. You weren't at the last meeting.
I was there just in the very beginning.
Right, but Dave did have a check
From
at the
Lions
last
Club.
meeting from the Lions Club.
Lions Club.
Yeah, I already did that.
Okay.
Okay, I just want to, we didn't
So-
hear from you.
I wasn't aware of
Okay, so we have 2 donations so far for the year on that. Will that help with any of the advertising moving into the next one then?
Maybe we'll talk about the advertising.
Okay. Should we move
I would.
over? Or
Yeah.
Move on to number 6. For the Fair Commission duties expected for the Fair Commission during the Labor Day Fair. Dharma said that she will collect, help check for permits, whatever we need her to do. I was given that information.
What time are people meeting at the police trailer?
We typically meet around 10 o'clock on Sunday.
10 o'clock.
Got it.
10 o'clock.
And we usually meet at the police trailer.
Parking. Just wherever we find it. Right?
Excuse me?
Oh, I said parking, just
Parking.
wherever we find it.
Yeah,
Like, I
I
usually
mean-
just pay at the church.
Yeah.
That's where I park at the little white church
Yeah.
across from Nate's new place.
Yes, that's what I do. I pay. I mean, I know in the past,
Like
it's
$5.
a donation. I don't care. I'm happy to give it to them.
Exactly.
So if I can collect
I'll collect Rosie.
Oh.
Lori,
Me too.
And this
Dave.
year, sorry, this year we're not having the clerk's office, correct?
no, we're gonna try doing it all on our own.
Okay.
Are you out, Michelle? You gonna try collecting?
Okay.
Walking with us?
Oh, I love doing that.
Rosie?
That's fun, especially that one year.
You did sign.
Oh, I did sign, okay.
Yeah, the letter
There we
that
go.
went to you, it went out May 16th.
Will we need any extra people then?
Who's addressed to?
Since we're not gonna have the clerk's office?
Maggie says she will go with.
Right, she did tell me that. If we needed her to come.
We, just so we know that, Shirley, so anybody in the clerk's office that wishes to do it gets the time and a half, or is it double time?
It's double time.
Good.
double time.
And with a 3-hour
It's
minimum.
triple, maybe I had it.
Well, no, I'm serious here, because I wanna make sure that everybody's.
But if we have enough to go with the 6 of us, and we do 2 and 2 and 2, we should be okay.
Yeah.
Well, my 2 cents on this is I definitely want somebody from the clerk's office there, because they're gonna be processing it anyway, it just seemed to go very smooth when the clerk's office was involved.
Yeah, but
It
that's,
was something that they had.
But the
to-
clerk's
We got
office-
Too many conversations going on.
But-
Well, I'm talking about the man right here. This donation stuff should be real simple. It came in, here's a letter, it's done. The big thing is to talk about is item 6, because that can be very daunting. To make sure we do it right, we do it smooth,
Correct.
everything is, so let's go back to number 6.
No, we're gonna pack back to 5, we'll finish 6.
We're gonna finish up 6, and we'll go back to 5 for that part. Madam Chair?
So if we have 6 people, we've always done it where we go into 3 different sections. So if we have 6 people to check for permits, we won't have to have Maggie, but if we don't have 6, we can do Maggie coming along. Because Dave and I have always done it on one end, and then the clerk's office pretty much handled the other side. So we've never had it where we've had a clerk office with both sections.
Well, I'm gonna do this. Here's me stepping back, because I've done it for a long time.
Right.
And I definitely like the clerk's office there. They're getting paid double time. I mean, it's only 3 hours max. I mean, why not? I mean, I don't wanna, save a nickel when we're gonna be all sorts of confused or a problem. And it just seemed to work very smooth. We're not gonna force them to do it.
No.
But if they wish to do it, even we have a brand new employee that may wish to do it, to be brought in the mix. But as we go around, if Alderman Craig's gonna be involved, I don't know, I mean, we'd like to make sure that you've got
Right,
more than just
we've also
three
been
children.
training throughout to try to get us to be able to do this. Because we've been told for
You're the chair.
years.
You're the chair, I'm not gonna fight for this.
Okay.
You're the chair, I'll be there, but I'm saying I don't wanna be like, well, now what do we do with this, and where's this going? I want in.
And if we have an extra versus not, like,
Correct.
one of us could be out sick.
Correct.
Anything could happen.
Maggie said she's only a phone call away.
So, I yield.
All right. Alderman Jason? Yes. On that, so, I mean, that's kind of where we were at. Maggie wants to come, she's more than welcome on that. Your call. But doesn't have to be made today.
No.
On that.
So she says she's in, okay, I'm everybody's voice now. So she says she's in.
Mhm.
Alderwoman,
Yes.
I'm in, so then you handle your commission members.
And I think, was I gonna bring the money back too?
That was, yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
We put it in the front last year. And then we'll have police officers and then we'll hold off and against usual.
So 3 officers with the 3 groups. Divide up. Okay. Anything else that we can think of besides checking for permits that we're gonna need to do on that day?
What time are we meeting?
10 a.m. Sorry, you were,
10 a.m. please, Carolyn. Parking is being for the church.
We'll probably start at 8, so what we find first, we'll let you know. But I should have contact information for somebody, because I think I only had Sandy and maybe Shirley in the past.
You had mine.
Do I have you?
Yeah, you have me.
Okay. then I will contact you if I have any issues.
Okay. So going back to advertising and donations.
The cost to run for 1 week is $216.67, and to run it for 2 weeks is $370. So it's $153 more to run it for 2 weeks. But 1 week is $216.67.
Normally, we have put it in there the Wednesday before Labor Day, and we've only done it the one time. But I told her to put it on the agenda to see if you guys wanted it done.
Okay, so we could do it for the 2 weeks. We have enough capital to run it.
Well, the fair always runs it. every
Right,
Saturday. Right now-
but we tried to pay for our own advertising through
Right,
the
right now with
donations.
the donations,
Yes.
yes, you would have enough to.
Okay, so, I would say that if everybody agrees that, we should run it for the 2 weeks.
I want- yeah,
Man.
Yes.
I think it's a good idea. Can I just ask one question about the dog situation? Because we are not encouraging people to bring their pets. We are gonna have signs posted. Can that somehow be put in the ad saying nicely, leave your pets at home? I mean, I don't know how to even word the signs. We're not gonna say no dogs allowed and then they must be on a leash. It's kind of like a double.
Are we having that?
We are, we're gonna have those on the
We had
signs.
asked last year
Mhm.
or last meeting, to be able to put some boards out that just said, please, your dogs, restrain your dogs, or, because there was a couple of fights last year.
We really don't wanna encourage them to bring them.
Correct. Captain, has there been any complaints to your knowledge, and I want to put you on a spot that you know that has been any dog-related, dog bite complaints, aggressive dog complaints that you can recall?
I can recall no.
I agree with you,
Yeah.
because when it gets really crowded, and every year it seems to be like 90 degrees.
Well, and last year, 2 dogs went over and the owner ended up on the ground, so that's not cool, cause it could have been somebody
Sure.
else.
And then being the dog lover that I am, I worry that people are gonna bring their dogs, not knowing are people from outside the
Well-
community, and then put them in a hot car in 90-degree weather while they go around the fair. And then the police are gonna be busy because people are gonna be reporting that vehicle, and we've got all of our officers tied up with animals left in the car. You know, it's a catch-22, really.
You can ask, that makes sense.
So, but we will have signs on a banner by the sign
Well,
that
instead of
says,
saying no dogs allowed,
no, we're gonna say all dogs must be on a leash.
yeah, or say, please refrain from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
isn't there an ordinance that says they have to be on a leash?
Um,
You could put per ordinance, please
state
keep
was
your dog on
supposed
the
to be
leash.
For farm products.
Yeah.
Even the ones that are on a leash, though, like she said.
It didn't matter.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Right now,
We had
so-
2 of them go in front of us down by the Lions Club. I mean, they were pulling their owners around and the dogs were fighting. They pulled them apart, but then they left. I mean, we were gonna say, one guy was gonna say something, but, we can't tell them, get the dogs out of here.
Right.
So, I mean, they just put it on there, just, it should be on the, please keep them on a leash for ordinance or something.
I didn't know I could bring my dogs on a leash. I know, it's really a catch-22.
Yeah.
It's really tough to.
I don't know what to allow for fairs, I don't know.
The Waukesha Farmers Market has a sign, but again, it's a enclosed, it's a parking lot. And it says, no dogs allowed, or same with the McWanago Fair, because I was there over the weekend. There's a sign that says no dogs are allowed into the park. And then the Waukesha one says, any dogs have to be restrained and at owner's own risk. So. And that was like on a sandwich board trying to enter into the parkway. So it's kind of sad. I mean, you can't sell dogs, and people are expecting that you can be able to sell a dog. And that was a big thing last year with the baby cart going around trying to sell the $1,000 dogs.
Someone had bought a dog and it died 2 weeks later.
Yeah, that's the reason why we did this. God, that must have been 10 years ago. They ended up with the parvo, and they die within a couple of weeks, yeah.
Oh,
Which is why we don't do dogs anymore. Because we had a whole litter that happened, 12 years ago?
Yeah, at least.
Carrie. Good luck with that.
So. Anything else to cover with, anything? Maggie, anything? John, anything?
Do you want to vote on that?
Exactly. No, it's time to.
That's what I was just gonna, yeah, that's the only thing that we have left, so. All right, let's take a vote on doing the ad for 2 weeks. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion passes. 2 weeks for the ad running. Anybody have anything else to going with the fair? Or are we gonna have a nice, great, happy fair this year? Yay?
I think it was happy last year.
It was hot.
Yeah.
It was hot.
Very. Do we have anything on social media that we can circulate around?
Sometimes you usually put it on, there's usually something that somebody posts about the fair, and it's on the Franklin page, isn't it, the runs?
A lot of us elected are blocked.
Yeah, we don't have a.
No, but it's on your, it's on the
Website. It's on
website,
the
that's what I'm
website.
saying, it's on the website.
Good evening from the website. We can take it.
Used to run on the, when they used to have the TV, it used to run on the TV. I remember seeing
I
that
remember that when you were little.
back when we were little.
Oh my God. when we
The
were-
Franklin High School page used to run on there.
Yes.
B channel.
You're making me feel old.
All right,
Hold on, I'm not gonna answer questions. Laura, you got the, can you just ask? We'll let Lori.
Lori, question?
Are you guys gonna do donations for the advertising again?
Yes, we were always taking donations for advertising, yes.
I think I got something in the mail, I got, so I'll get something in the mail.
That would be, yes, we would thank you very much for that.
You send that out, don't you?
We're sending.
I actually went, I didn't send anything out, I actually went to everybody last year, yes.
NATO's double this year, I'm just.
Yes.
Yeah. We won't talk about that from last year.
He confessed to me.
Yeah, we didn't mail anything out.
I stopped by all the businesses, which I will be doing that late, yes, I will be doing that again. All right. Do we want to meet before Labor Day again, or do we want to meet after Labor Day?
I don't think we have to meet before, do we?
I don't think so
No,
either, but-
I would say after Labor Day.
After Labor Day?
You know, after it's all done, October or something.
October?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say after the
But
fair.
do you have your number of people who walk around?
For walking around, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I have 8. Meeting in, does October work? If we're gonna do on a Wednesday, October 16th, does that work for everybody? October 16th?
Wednesday. Oh, it won't for me. I'll be in the Citizen Franklin Police Academy.
I am,
Gee, lucky you.
I'm out of town.
Say no questions and slap her phone out of her hand. That's how the day one should be.
Wow, that's before in person. That's
And November is too late, that's for the election, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
End of September?
Yeah. we're in.
We can do the end of September,
It's Labor Day early.
the 25th,
Wait, what?
September 25th?
That would work for me. Right now.
Could it be on the 24th? Or do you prefer to always on a Wednesday?
I can't do the 24th.
Okay, that's fine.
I could do the 26th, I mean, it's whatever,
Harvest Fair.
no? Oh, you're gone.
Harvest Fair.
I just set it for the 25th.
25th.
How many we get?
All right, so we'll set, anybody have a motion for September 25th at 5:30?
Also moved.
Anybody in
Just know
second?
I won't be here for sure.
Yeah.
Anybody second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, 5:30. All right, anybody have adjournment?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, boom.
Oh, I didn't get